Okay, um, I did a little more playing around with this modern algorithm here, and I think I figured some things out. It should have been more obvious to me. But if you click on, notice that when I'm clicking on this division, all that does is change the denominator here in this row. So in other words, watch. When I change to 30 seconds, they all change to 30 seconds. When I change to quarters, they all change to quarters. Okay? So I'm going to go to sixteenths. And this is what I figured out. If we do the event length of 3/16 and we select 4/16 here, what this enables us to do is to create note rest patterns. So we know that the note is going to be 3/16, and and then this is going to select the note length. And if it's not long enough, or if it's too long, we're going to end up with a rest. I hope that makes sense. But it's just easier to see how this is working. So we've got event length, which means note length is 3/16, and we could see that here. But we've got this allowed note lengths, and you can see that we've got a rest here because this is set to 4, right? So all these, this whole pattern you can see is a dotted eighth and a rest, and a 16th note rest, a dotted eighth, 16th note rest. So you can see that it's the same. So therefore, if this number, this fraction is greater than that fraction, we're going to end up with a rest. So if I select 2/16, we should have 2/16 note rest, or an eighth note rest, right? And that's exactly what we get. See that? We've got an event length of 2/16. So the note can only be 2/16 or 1/8 long, but here this is kind of the division. In other words, what it's dividing this pattern into quarter notes. So this represents the length of the pattern, and this is the length of the note that is going to go into that pattern. Now, if I make this 4/16 or 1/4, then we're not going to have any rests. So if I go here and I go to 4/16, we have no rests. But as soon as this number is smaller, 1/16, we should get a 3/16 rest or a dotted eighth rest, right? And that's exactly what we get. So this is really quite intuitive now that I get a feel for it. And this allows us to create note lengths. In other words, we're selecting note lengths under event length. This is where we select the length of the note, and then this is where we can select, like, if we want rests, okay? Because again, if this number is greater than the event length, then we're going to end up with a rest. If it's equal, we get no rest. So if I go 1/16, we get no rests. Actually, I got to take off the 4, sorry. Okay, see that? No rest, because this 1/16, the event length, or the pattern length, I think that's what this is. This represents the pattern length, 1/16, this is the pattern, and then this is the length of the note. Okay, I think that's what's going on here. All right, so that's a nice little tool. I don't remember seeing any tools where you can kind of, instantly with one button click, create a combination of note lengths and rests. And you know, this could be handy even regardless of the pitches. You know, it's going to create the rhythmic pattern you want, and then you could go in and, you know, select your pitches and things like that. Or obviously, you know, when we get to these other algorithms under melody and shape and things, we can shape the pitches. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this here now that I got a handle on it. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, I meant to say we can make things a little bit more interesting if we like hit 3 and 1, and then our pattern length. So here, here's what's going on. So we've got 3, which means, so it looks like this note and the 2/16th rest, and then the 1. No, I'm gonna confuse myself. Well, let's look at our pattern here. We've got a 16th on beat 1, and then the 1 E and on the and we've got a note, and then here we've got a different arrangement. We have 2 E and we've got a note on the and then on the last on the na. Then this is repeating the first pattern. This is repeating the second pattern. Yeah, it looks to me like what we've got here is an alternating pattern. This pattern here, and then this pattern measure in beat 2. Then the same pattern that was in beat 1 and the pattern of beat 2. Same pattern of beat, and yeah, it just keeps repeating. So I like that. I like that. Let's hear it. Yeah, that makes musical sense. Okay, so this is dealing with note lengths, and you can create patterns of notes and rests here with this tool. Okay, so see you in the next video.